HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with everything that is happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, the Hopkinton Middle School hosted their annual spring 6th grade concert. Margie Wiggin guides us through the Fruit Street trails. The VEX robot competition took place at Hopkinton High School, and much more. But first, the school committee is attempting to fill two unexpected open positions. The Hopkinton School Committee announced that two resignations happened this past week.
Tuesday at about 5:30 in the afternoon, I received, and I believe Dr. Kavanaugh, you were also copied on that email, as were both Leah and Meg, an email from our town clerk indicating that two of our members were resigning effective immediately. So that was Meg Tyler and Joe Markey, as people know. So as part of the process here, I know most people are aware that the select board is also meeting tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. But the first step here is just for us to publicly announce that there are vacancies on the committee, so that that clears the way for the path ahead in filling the vacancies. There are couple steps that could potentially happen tomorrow. The select board will be meeting and deliberating and determining if they can put this on the ballot for this May election. So that would be kind of we're in a holding pattern until after they meet. Anything in general that has something to do with either a town election or a town meeting has to go through the select board, and they are sort of the driving body behind that. So really the big thing here tonight is just the public announcement of the vacancies. I know I for one was not aware that we would have vacancies to be filled this week. So I do want to wish our colleagues well, our former colleagues well in their endeavors ahead. And then to really as a body come together to focus back when we come back next week on the work ahead and the important business we have of running our schools. So are there others on the committee who would like to add anything? We don't actually need to have a vote here. It just literally is an announcement of the vacancies. Okay.
Nancy, I'm sorry, do you have to announce the duration or what the terms are of the vacancies?
So the ultimate term would be, if these go on the election for the spring, the one seat would go through May of 2023 and the other one would go through May of 2024. So there actually could potentially be three different seats on the ballot in the spring. One for the term that expires this May in 2022, then the one that expires in 2023, and then the one in 2024. If it is an election, it would be candidates running for specific seats. It wouldn't be, I had a question from somebody if it would be say the top three vote getters, and that is not actually how it works. It works that a candidate who wishes to run for the school committee chooses which seat that they are going to run for. If it goes to being an appointment, which we won't really know until at least tomorrow, potentially longer, the terms could be one of two things. It could be an appointed position that went from now, or from when the joint meeting took place between the select board and the school committee, which based on mandatory timelines would probably not be until at least the end of this month. If it was a temporary fill, it would go from the end of this month until the election in May, on May 16th. If the select board determined that they could not get this on the ballot to be an elected position in May, then it could potentially be year-long appointment, which would go through May of 2023 when it would go on the ballot. I think a lot of people are hoping that this will be able to get on the ballot this May and let the voters have their voices heard for how they want things to move forward for us. So that was actually a very good piece that I had intended to cover but did not. Thank you.
The select board approved the 2 open spots on the school committee to be part of the 2022 annual town election.
So I move, pursuant to Chapter 41, Section 10 of the general laws, to hold an election to fill 2 vacancies in the membership of the school committee, such vacancies having occurred due to the resignations of Joe Markey and Meg Tyler. Said election shall be held as part of the annual town election on the 3rd Monday of May, 2022, at an adjourned session of the annual town meeting. And further, to authorize the town manager to file a notice of said election in the office of the town clerk in the form provided to the select board at the meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion that's been seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, we're going to take a roll call vote on this. Amy Ritterbush,
Amy Ritterbush, yes.
Brendan Tedstone,
Tedstone, yes.
Mary Jo Lafreniere,
Mary Jo Lafreniere, yes.
Muriel Kramer,
Muriel Kramer, yes.
and Irfan Nasrullah is a yes as well. Excellent. So encourage interested people to please fill out your papers and get your signatures, and let's get this thing rolling.
You could view the full meetings on our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. The VEX robot competition took place at Hopkinton High School. Here's a look.
3, 2, 1, begin. Both teams with a great start. Both teams doing very well. 35 seconds, time to switch drivers. Both teams are cleaning up the floor very fast for the field. That's 20 seconds remaining, 1715C. Oh, 31516A going for the hang, and they got the hang. And that's 3, that's 2, that's 1 go for last second 2, and can't make it. That's 14 seconds. And team 2649B going for the final 5-second hang. That's 6 points. And for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, and it's not answered. That hang is good. For qualification 53, we have teams 1784A and team 2649A. 5, 1, 6. That's 25 seconds, that already happened. Sorry, I'm a little late. There's 10 seconds remaining in the match. 315-6D going for a last second hang, which is answered. And that'll be the match. We have finals number 1. Teams that are competing are Team Phoenix from Medway Middle School and Team Titans from North Shore Christian School. That's 15 seconds remaining. Both teams doing very well. And we have the Titans going for a hang, and the hang is good. And Team Phoenix going for the last second prayer hang, and the hang is answered with 1 second remaining.
Team that is most deserving of special recognition. The judges consider several criteria for this award, including exemplary effort and perseverance at the event, team accomplishments throughout the season, or other factors that may not fall under existing award categories. Very proud to award Moses Brown School 1784E for coming here today. They forgot their bot. They built one in 30 minutes. They rocked it. They didn't give up, so thank you. You definitely showed us what it's like to be here and to be here for the right reasons. Nicely done. Okay, I've got one more award, and then I'm going to check in with my friends here and pull up some other slides. So, this is the Design Award. The Design Award is presented to the team that demonstrates the most organized and professional approach to the design process, project and time management, and team organization. This team's engineering notebook provides a clear and complete documentation of the team's robot design process and the development of their game strategy. The winning team also demonstrates effective communication skills and teamwork. So this has been an interesting journey for this team. I'm very, very, very proud to award this to Team 1715B, RoboHillers Big Brains. They're a little bit excited. 1 second, please.
Congratulations to the many Hopkinton students who were awarded. We're going to take a quick time out, a whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. Hopkinton Middle School hosted the annual 6th grade spring concert. Here's a look. host of HCAM's What's Out There program, Margie Wiggin, took us through the Fruit Street Trails on the upcoming episode. Here's a sneak peek.
The fabulous bridges that HALT and Trails Club volunteers have built. Some of the trails have bridges built by Eagle Scouts, but this particular one was built by some of our fabulous HALT and Trails Club volunteers. We really appreciate that because we need a bridge there. This is beautiful. So right here, this looks like some owls may have made a home here. Definitely some woodpecker holes. Nobody's in there right now. I was very careful to check. So this is really cool. I'm looking at a white pine cone. So further confirmation, the white pine needles are stuck right in there. Comes down from the tree above. Smells fabulous, like pine trees. And as we walk this way where the white arrow is, we're going to connect to the other part of the trail or the other trailhead that comes in off the field. There's actually an amazing broken sort of tree over there that I'm going to go look at right now. Oh, good. So right here, I can give you another reminder that the orange arrows mean that it's going out to the trailhead or to a parking area. To continue the trail, we want to go to the right here where the white arrow is, okay? So white is right. Orange means you're done or you're starting. Here we go. Aha! So here, when I look at this tree and I think, oh, what kind of berries are on this tree? I realize, nope, that's bittersweet. So these little red berries, these are actually on a vine that's climbing on this tree. And personally, what I do with this, as my mother did, who is a biology major at Wellesley College, I make wreaths out of these because you take them, well, you gently take them off the tree so it doesn't choke the tree, and then you wind it around and you wrap it and you have a beautiful wreath. The berries aren't good for your pets to eat though, so make sure that you don't have pets if you have bittersweet berries. We have another big tangle up ahead.
Here's another example of trail branch with different colors. The main trail, the white. This looks like it might be an orange meeting back to a parking area, but I'm afraid we call it a red. And the red trails here are intermediate links. This would take us back to intersect with the trail we came up on, and is probably a little easier footing than the way we're going to go back.
And now it's time for some happenings in town you should know about. The Hopkinton Marathon Committee is giving away 6 $1,200 scholarships to Hopkinton residents, high school graduating seniors that are accepted to a 2 or 4 year college or university and has lettered in at least one varsity sport in high school. The application deadline is Friday, April 15th at 2 p.m. and must be delivered or mailed to Hopkinton Town Hall at 18 Main Street in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. Or you could email Elaine Lazarus at ELAINEL at hopkintonma.gov. Show off your school spirit by buying a Hiller H flag. It will help support the Hopkinton High School senior class of 2022. For more information, head over to hopsenior2022.com. Hopkinton Town election papers are available for this year's annual town election. A whole lot of positions open. For more information, head over to hopkintonma.gov. Our picture of the week. Hopkinton Middle School hosted their annual 6th grade spring concert, courtesy of Denise Antaki. You can find a collection of photos at our sceneinhopkinton.org page. Upcoming town government meetings include on Thursday, March 17th at 7 p.m. We'll have the school committee on HCAM Ed. On Monday, March 21st at 7 p.m., we'll have the planning board on HCAM TV. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And to see the full schedule, head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Thursday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for tuning in. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.
So I have 4 pieces in the art show right now. I spent a lot of time working on them. It's really great to have them here. Yeah.
How long have you been doing artwork for?
I've been doing art since, as long as I can remember. I used to draw on the walls when I was little and draw on anything I had on me.
How long does a typical piece of art take you to create?
Depending on how big the art piece is, I usually take around 6 to 20 hours. It's a big range.
What grade are you in, and do you plan on doing more artwork in the future as well?
Absolutely. I'm planning on becoming an architect, and right now I'm a senior.
I have 2 pieces here. They're both, I don't know, I think they're pretty good. But there's a lot of really great artwork here from my peers too. Yeah, it's a really good show. Really great turnout tonight too. I've been making artwork my whole life. I haven't really been taking it seriously until recently though. So yeah.
Do you plan to do art in the future as well?
I do, yeah. I plan on majoring in industrial design in college, so pretty art related, yeah.
How long does each piece take you to create?
I could actually tell you, one of the pieces here took 18 and a half hours, and the other one took 25. So they take a pretty long time, yeah.
So I have 3 pieces here. I'm technically in all of them, but they're all kind of different stages of my life because I've made them at different times. The mask piece I made at the beginning of the pandemic, and I just wanted to kind of get out my emotions about how I was feeling about everything and how I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it. The second piece I made was to encapsulate my relationship with my mother and, how it grew over the time as I'm, maturing in high school. And then the most recent piece is of me on a phone, and it's acrylic. And I kind of wanted to do a revision of the first piece I did, but to make it more secretive and mysterious, I guess.
Terrific. And how long does it take for you to create a piece of art?
So for the 2 acrylic pieces, I would say they took about 11 to 12 hours each total. And then for the digital piece I have, I would say that one only took me 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. How long have you been doing artwork for?
Forever technically, but seriously since about 7th grade, I started getting more into taking classes at school, outside of school, and entering in galleries and stuff.
Excellent. Are you going to keep doing more artwork in the future as well?
Yes, I plan to major in architecture in college, so I hope to be able to kind of continue, more of an observational approach to my drawings in the future.
Yeah, sure. I have a